Everybody else's dreams in love come true, but in your own life.
Dad, it's okay.
While Mary was planning everyone else's love life, she didn't have one of her own.
Mary, you haven't been on a date in 2 years.
You can't avoid love forever.
You know those who can't do teach? Those who can't wed. Plan.
So fate stepped in.
You okay?
You saved my shoe and my life. You're the guy.
I'm the supervising pediatrician here.
Mary and I were gonna go to Golden Gate Park. They show old movies, and you should come with us.
Well,
We won't take no for an answer.
this is by far the coolest thing I've ever done in this city.
Wanna dance?
Now, for the first time, her love life and her work life were a match made in heaven.
You're gonna be a partner? I gotta get the account first. Mary, meet my parents and mother as previously discussed in detail. You won't be singing at the wedding.
All right, wedding woman. You give my little girl whatever she wants. No expense spared.
You can finally meet my fiance, Eddie. Come here. Eddie, this is Mary, the wedding planner. You cannot sacrifice your entire career over this.
We danced, and it was nice, but nothing happened.
I can do this. I can plan this wedding.
What you have is called feet.
And I can treat that doctor like any other faceless groom.
I am gonna let him plan the wedding.
And that's just what I'm gonna do. Because I love a challenge. And because I'm a professional. That's why I love him. He gives me humanity. Mom, would you please shut up? Hi.
Columbia Pictures presents
I'm sorry.
I wonder, is Eddie gonna be the last person I never sleep with?
a story about finding love at the wrong time
What if what I think is great really is great,
for the right reasons.
but it's not as great as something greater?
Your wedding planner took off.
Mary,
Yeah. Did you ever like somebody but the timing was off?
I'm in love with your daughter.
Way off.
What the hell are you standing around talking to us for? Go and look for her. I like him.
Jennifer Lopez,
Do you ever think about that night in the park?
Matthew McConaughey,
I do, all the time.
the wedding planner.
Mary! Mary!
Well, DVD Roulette really did it this time. So it picked out the wedding planner. And yes, it really did it this time. That could mean good or bad. So I know this is kind of a interesting one. I don't have a lot of romantic comedies on the wonderful Chip Cod Roach channel. Oh, and this is Chip Cod Roach. And I would like to thank my subscribers. I am now up to 242. And I want to thank the new ones for just subscribing. I'm sorry if some of those are expecting maybe another Saturday morning cartoon or Starship Troopers, but we were going to do the wedding planner. So I will plan on doing that right after this.
Dad? Son, it's been a long time, Dad. It's been a long trip, son. How about throwing me a cold one? Just like old times, huh, Dad? Just like the old days. This isn't a Pepsi. I know. I saved 9 cents. Unbelievable. Kid saved a lousy 9 cents.
Well, that was a nice little Field of Dreams commercial, and I know it's not Kevin Costner. This is actually a good actor. So, yes, he bought this nice Fred's Cola instead of Pepsi, and his dad was obviously very disappointed. So, well, I guess he's already dead. You can drink all the Pepsi you want and not get diabetes or have your colon explode. So, I do remember when this came out. I believe it was 94 or 95, and this is how I wanted to see the Field of Dreams movie. So, moving on. Pretty much. Yeah, because my parents didn't want to buy it when it was at McDonald's or Burger King or whatever it was. So I had to beg them to finally rent it. So speaking of begging to do, I could not wait to review the wedding planner. I had this. I was so excited to do this since day one. So
Yesterday. Calm down.
I guess that secret's out. So this, of course, is starring Jennifer Lopez, who is actually not a bad actress, and we know her from Anaconda. Of course, she sang a lot of songs. I'm trying to remember what else. Oh yeah, she was also in Money Train, also with Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson. And I don't know why I am drawing a blank of what else she was in. So,
Made in Manhattan.
oh, Made in Manhattan. That's one of my favorites.
I know
Made in Manhattan is another one that she is in. So I will just leave it there. Um, so we also have the very talented, also Matthew McConaughey, and
Nope.
really, he was in Angels in the Outfield, a
Nope.
very, very minor part in that movie. He was in A Time to Kill.
Nope.
He was in We Are Marshall, The Lincoln
Nope.
Lawyer,
Nope. Wait,
and The Wolf on Wall Street.
nope. I just see A Time to Kill.
There you go. See? So you do know Matthew McConaughey. So, yes.
I continue.
And then we also have Bridget Wilson. You would have known her from Billy Madison.
Never seen
And
it.
I believe she was in one of the Halloween movies, the later ones.
Probably didn't see it.
I'm not sure if it was H2O or the one after that.
Definitely didn't see it.
I think it was one where they were in a reality show. Believe me, I don't really remember much of it. And of course, she is married to the tennis player Pete Sampras.
Nope.
So then we also have Judy Greer. I think I got her name right. Yes, Judy Greer. She is Penny, and she was in some minor roles. She was in The Lost World. She was in Big Bang Theory. No and no, you don't remember her? She was the kid's mom at the beginning of the Jurassic World.
Nope.
And in Big Bang Theory, she was one of the physicists that she wanted to be with every single one of them. Leonard, Raj. She started with Sheldon, which she probably shouldn't have done. You might want to start with somebody a little bit easier, like Howard. But I guess she wasn't interested in him because he only had a master's. So now, moving on, we have Justin Chambers, who played Massimo, and I have no idea who Justin Chambers is, and I also don't care. So now I'm trying to remember this, try to pronounce this correctly. Kathy Najimy, there we go. She played Jerry. She is the owner of this wedding company, and we know her from Hocus Pocus and Hocus Pocus 2.
Anything else?
Now I have to go to the cheat sheet. And the last person that I'm going to say is Fred Willard. And we know him from Dodgeball, Anchorman, and of course he was in um, Everybody Loves Raymond.
No, and no.
So there is a little bit of talent in this movie. So all these characters together should work, right? Well, let's find out. So the story is Jennifer Lopez is Mary. I'm just trying to get her name correctly here. Fiore? Is it Fiore? Okay. Well, I hope I pronounced it correctly. I did watch it today. So
The fact that you watched it by yourself is kind of funny.
I watched it with Skip. And she is, of course, a wedding planner. She is having trouble finding a husband herself. So, but she is planning other people's big day. And her father is pretty much mentioned this. Actually, could have mentioned it in the trailer for all I know. So, a lot of the clips I was going to show were already in the trailer. So this will be interesting. So he ends up setting her up with Massimo, and it's kind of an arranged marriage deal. And so she gets almost hit by a bus.
It was a dumpster. It was a dumpster.
That would have actually been funnier if she went in the dumpster. That would have been funny. And of course, Matthew McConaughey, Steve Edison, saves her and then brings her to the hospital. And the problem is he's engaged to Bridget Wilson, who is Fran. And I mean, I'm sure you can pretty much know where this is going. The two of
trailer said where it was going.
yes, but her and of course Steve Edison fall in love, and of course Steve Edison is engaged to Bridget Wilson. So let's see how this plays out. So I will just show the first clip of the first wedding that she's planning, and the father of the bride is missing in action. So let's see how she gets him up. This was actually kind of neat. She has a nice little contraption underneath that wonderful blazer of hers. So I will show that clip in just a second.
My little girl's getting married today. I remember
think she knows.
graduation from nursery school. When she was a little girl. Oh, I remember. Like it was yesterday. Who are you?
I'm the wedding planner.
Well, this is the first clip I'm showing. I did like that little contraption in her belt. And she woke up the wonderful father, and then she just says, I am the wedding planner. I figured this would be a good first clip. And now this is the wonderful Mary when she goes home. And let's see what garbage she's going to put on TV. I remember this being a single gentleman, and this is pretty much what I went home to, except I had two dogs. I did have a tray before, but I had two roommates at that time when I had my famous, they called it the TV tray. So I will show that clip in just a second. Well, the sad thing is, this would be something I would watch as well. This is Antiques Roadshow. I was pretty impressed when I did see this. So we're off to an okay start. Yes, I did like Antique Roadshow. Obviously, I like Auction Kings. I was surprised when she turned that on. I thought it was going to be some stupid Jersey Shore show
That wasn't around.
or American Idol
Also not around.
or Survivor or Average Joe or something stupid. At least Chrisley wasn't on yet.
Neither was half the things she just made.
I don't think she'd watch Get Up. So now I will show the next clip of her father. And maybe the old people can be the side characters in this movie that will actually really be a big part in some of these romantic comedies. Sometimes the older people can actually save it. So let's see what happens. I will show that clip in just a second.
Remember Massimo?
No, who?
Massimo Lanzetta, the little boy you played with the summer we spent in Italy?
Oh, the kid who ate mud?
Yeah, that's the one. I bumped into him on new arrivals night at the Sicilian Association.
Oh, this is the most wonderful day of my life. A man of my very own. You must bring me to him at once.
No need.
Oh my God.
Maria, you remember Massimo?
Oh, that mud did him good.
Well, there's a big strikeout. So the older people were actually kind of lame. I was pretty disappointed. I think they should have had her dad play somebody more, I guess, better than this guy. Uh, so with all that being said, even Massimo is kind of annoying. So now I've seen this movie before. So apparently Mary wants to be. I don't mean like that. So Mary wants to be a partner. Once again, I have seen this a million times.
I should have said that.
And the owner, of course, doesn't really. They want to make it hard for them. Yes, I've seen this. I've seen this movie before. So anyway, so after all that, she's bothering pretty much telling the owner that you've made money only because of me. Again, we have seen this time and time again in movies, which is fine. I guess it does make it somewhat interesting. So, what's more annoying than your boss telling you no? Massimo in the lobby. So, I will show that clip in just a second.
My point is, if you're not interested in Jed, there is a handsome Italian man waiting to marry you in the lobby. Did you talk to him? Just for a few minutes. He is so adorable.
He's not adorable.
How can you say that? When we were kids, he followed me around for an entire summer asking me if I had a vagina. Mine is hard to push out by myself.
May you have enough to keep you sweet, enough trials to keep you strong, enough hope to keep you happy.
Enough friends to give you comfort.
Friends to give you comfort.
Enough determination.
And enough.
So there's a little 2-for-1 here. So hopefully Columbia will be generous. Judy Greer, on the other hand, is playing a very good side character role. I did actually get a few chuckles out of her. I did like how she mentioned the cockroach that was sitting in the lobby. So good old Massimo that says tomatoes is sitting there, and of course Mary is trying to avoid her, and her friend Penny thinks it is adorable. So she's using every excuse to see why Massimo was following her. So Mary is avoiding him, and then of course the scene afterwards, she is feeding the best man speech to the best man. So
Well, you won't have that problem. He'll be drunk.
yeah. So it was a very stupid speech as well, but I guess a little bit creative there. So, and of course, Fran Donnelly, I think that is Fran Donnelly, was very impressed by this, and of course, she's played by Bridget Wilson, and she introduces her parents were of course eating the uh, the wedding food when they were just guests, or not even guests. They were just there to visit the wedding planner. So, so now I will show the next clip, and how original. So after the good doctor saves Mary from being hit by a dumpster, yes, a dumpster. Um, they decide to go, of course, and when Mary's getting her consultation that everything is fine, her friend Penny comes in, and she, of course, is very, very worried for her friend. She thinks she's in very bad condition, and she's not. And then they invite the good doctor, who's engaged, by the way, to,
Probably should have told him that.
and he should have, yes. And an old movie is being played at the theater. Oof, I've never seen this before. So yes, they invite him to see a romantic old movie. Once again, how original. So I will show that clip in just a second. So they're seeing this wonderful old movie here, and it looks like it's a date. Um, Mary is sort of falling for this guy, but like I said, there's a slight problem. She's even excited about it the next day at work during a Greek wedding when they're throwing plates all over the place. She's actually allowing that to happen because she's so happy because she met a guy. She is so excited. Well, the next clip, she won't be. She's going to be mad. So I will show that clip in just a second. I think we all know what's coming. It's more predictable than today's WWE. So I'll show that in just a second.
Finally meet Eddie. Come here. Eddie, come here. I want you to meet the wedding planner. The two most important people in my life set eyes on one another. Eddie, this is Mary, the wedding planner. Mary, this is my fiance, Eddie. Hi.
Hi.
Well, there's the very dramatic scene. I like how she says, I'm going to introduce you to Eddie. Of course, he's got his back turned, and he does the famous turnaround, which I've seen millions and millions of times. And we all know that it is indeed Matthew McConaughey, or Mr. Edison for that matter. So his cover's blown, and obviously Mary looks very mad. So, and here's what made me mad. The Fred Willard is the dance instructor. I was hoping he was going to have a bigger role, a less annoying role, but nope, they had him be the dance instructor. So I will show, unfortunately, this clip in just a second.
Class is over. Darling, I understand you're busy. I'm busy too. You're holding up the class.
Oh, she's with him. And Mary, watch out for his thumb. He hurt it saving some old lady. I can't.
Listen, I've got to try and engage myself.
Interesting choice of words.
So poor Fred Willard. I think he did the best with what he could do as a ridiculous dance instructor. I guess it was just kind of amusing to put him in that kind of role, but he could have been in a little bit more. He could have contributed more, I think. I would have liked to see him in this movie as a different character. Maybe Bridget Wilson's father, or why not Matthew McConaughey's parents? Why have them not show up at all? So, the next clip here, they all go, or Fran's parents go horseback riding, and of course, Mary and her Massimo tag along. And so now we get to hear her parents sing when they go horseback riding. How nice. So I'll show that clip in just a second.
I'm starting a non-profit pediatric foundation. I want Eddie to head it up. You imagine that? Eddie's CEO of a major medical foundation? He wants to give up his patients? He does. He just doesn't know it yet. He has a hard time leaving people behind. Always do the right thing. Mom!
So these poor horsies, so they have got to be in torture with those two old goobers singing in the front row, especially the mother.
I think Skip was also feeling that.
What, the singing? Oh yes, I have my guess. He's awake. It was the bacon that did it, and the annoying mother for singing that high pitched on the horse. I did like how Fran told her mom to shut up. That was kind of funny. But then the horse, of course, runs off with Mary on it, and then of course, who interceded? Steve Edison, of course. I could have not. I did not see that coming at all. So, and I would not be surprised if Matthew McConaughey could actually ride a horse, since he did grow up in Texas. So, another joke is about to be ruined. We have a naked statue. Something breaks off. This has been put together in the Goonies. They're going to try it in this movie too. Let's see if it's funny, or let's see if it fails. I will show that clip in just a second.
Menacing.
Mary, I think you're wrong. He's not menacing. He's masculine. He's the protector. This man is strong.
He's naked.
This man is sturdy.
You alright? Hey,
Oh my God, there's a guard coming. You castrated him. Oh my God, the guard's coming this way.
I'm sorry, buddy. Hanging right there.
Yeah, you got it?
He's on the guy. Oh, shit. Steve's talking.
What?
Steve's glued to his finger. Hi there.
So here's the nice little recycled joke from the Goonies. Only let's try it as grown-ups. And it just did not work. It didn't work at all. I thought,
I found it funny.
well, of course they did. They were obviously, I think them working together may have helped on this. So anyways, I will be nice. So now I will show the final clip, and it's pretty much poor Fran here is about to get stuffed in a cab. So I will show that clip in just a second. I'm not getting dumped.
Time reach.
And I will show the final clip in just a second.
Okay.
Okay. Oh! Oh! That is the bride! Is that the bride?
Yes, it is.
Well, is she?
So this is the final clip. As you can guess here, it's his wedding day, and he dumps his fiance on her wedding day. So now Penny is now a nervous wreck. Penny was one of the things that, like I said, was actually pretty decent in this movie. The part coming up here I'm not going to show because it's the end of the movie, and you'll have to find out for yourself.
I just watched the trailer. Go to that too.
Oh, even better. The trailer spoils it. So you don't even have to watch the movie. So now I will do my review. What did I think of the wedding planner? The cast was nicely put together, but um,
Execution.
yeah, there was no execution. I'm trying to actually see who the director was because the person to blame for this movie are the writers and the director for sure. And I will get to them in just a second here. I just have to wait. Okay, it loaded pretty fast. Oh, here we go. Adam Shankman and blame Pandra Falk and Michael Ellis. So the two writers and the director, you can blame them for this because the idea wasn't horrible. On paper, it may have looked good, but it did not do well at all. I thought that this would be mildly entertaining when I actually read the cast, but then when I watched it today, I was very disappointed. So, unfortunately, I'm going to give this the wonderful grade of a barely watchable, as weird as that is. I really thought this was going to be a little bit better, and I'm not just being biased against romantic comedies. That is actually far from the truth. There are some romantic comedies I do like. Even if I'm not fond of the movie, sometimes there are side characters that do actually make it enjoyable. This actually had none of that. So, this is one that I'm going to say if you are flipping through it, or if you're in a thrift store and you see this for 50 cents or $1, pick the one next to it. So this is one you want to scroll past. I don't know. Skip, do you recommend this? No, he doesn't. Um, so I don't know what streaming service this is on, but if you do see it, you might wanna pass the next one on this. But as bad as this was, Get Up was actually worse. So so this one is definitely not on my highly recommendation list. So please comment below. Maybe you think I'm too harsh on this. Subscribe if you want. Um, Unsubscribe if you're mad that I did this movie. And no, don't do that. And thank you very much. I hope you watch again soon.